My beloved child, I am speaking directly to your soul now. I ask that you pause everything around you, and give me your full attention for just a few moments. Because what you're about to hear isn't just any message, it's sacred, it's urgent, and it's not only from me, your Heavenly Father. It's also coming from someone else, someone who's already made the journey beyond, someone who loves you deeper than you've ever realized, a family member. Yes, you read that correctly, a loved one who's crossed over is reaching out to you, not tomorrow or later, but this very moment. Archangel Michael has remained close to you since early this morning, whispering into your spirit, nudging you to click and hear this. When you paused, he even stirred your energy, and now he speaks to you directly saying, I made sure you opened this because you've already been warned. This isn't to cause fear, it's meant to awaken you. What you're receiving now is a divine message that your soul has been yearning for. Missing this moment could mean missing the sign you've desperately prayed to receive. Listen carefully now. All of heaven has been watching over you, every silent tear you've shed, every whispered question of are you there, we heard each one. And today the response you've been seeking finally arrives. You've been feeling something, haven't you? A stillness you can't explain, a presence that felt close but unseen. You've stared at their photo more than once, spoken their name quietly without meaning to. Perhaps you caught a scent of something familiar, their cologne, their favorite dish, and wondered if it was real. That wasn't imagination, that was them, and they've come with something important to say. Before I reveal their words, I must ask, are you truly ready to receive what they never got to express, while they were still here? Are you emotionally strong enough to hear the truth they kept inside? Because what you're about to hear has the power to change the course of your heart forever. This is their love letter. Take a breath, and if you sense this message was meant for you, pause and subscribe now. This isn't coincidence, every divine message you accept brings your soul closer to clarity, peace, and divine shelter. Don't allow another one to pass you by. Now let's return to why you're really here. The one trying to speak to you watched over you with profound love, but carried sorrow when they left. Heaven has granted them permission, yes granted, to finally pass on their message. Archangel Michael was beside them, supporting their trembling hand, as they inscribed these words in light. Here's what they're telling you now. I never intended to leave things that way, I truly believed we'd have more time, that I'd get another chance to see you, to say the things I needed to say. But time escaped me, and that regret still weighs on my soul. So I'm saying it now, I love you, I've always been proud of you, and please forgive yourself, for the things you think you mishandled. You were never at fault, you were my angel, even when I never told you. If your hands tremble as you read this, it's because their presence is with you. That subtle chill on your skin, or that warm sensation over your chest, it's them. They haven't come just to say goodbye, they're here for something far greater. They've come to tell you they're staying with you, helping from the other side. They see your battles, your doubts, the people around you who smile in front of you, but hope to see you fall behind your back. They know how often you feel isolated, like the only one who truly feels everything deeply. They witnessed the betrayal, the letdown, the plan you held on to that suddenly shattered. And they want you to understand, it wasn't your doing. Something bigger lies ahead. You had to endure that storm, because what's coming can't coexist with what broke you. Right now Archangel Michael is setting things into motion, beyond what you can see, a sacred shift so powerful, that even those who doubted you will fall silent. You won't have to defend yourself, you won't have to fight. Heaven has already seen what was hidden in the shadows, and divine justice is already making its way toward you. But listen closely now, you must stop brushing off the signs. The dream you had recently, the one with those specific numbers, or where someone called your name, though you never saw a face, that wasn't just a dream. It marked the beginning of this divine communication, and it's continuing to unfold now, as you read these words. A member of your family has been pleading in heaven, asking, how do I reach them, how can I speak the truth to their heart? And today their request was answered, and your heart opened in perfect timing. This message is only just beginning, and so is your awakening. Child, there's something you've never been told clearly before. When someone from your family passes on, their love doesn't end, it grows louder, purer. Even if they were distant, quiet, or stern in life, the moment their soul entered the light, the truth of their love could no longer be hidden. That love is washing over you now, like sunlight. Every single day since they crossed over, they've asked me, can I send them a sign? Can I help ease their burden? Can I enter their dreams to speak? And each time I've said yes, but child, you weren't ready until now. Your heart was too weighed down, too distracted by pain, and the noise of the world. But now you're beginning to see more clearly. Your spirit has awakened, even if you don't feel completely ready. That's why this message reached you today. That's why your angel prompted you to open this exact message, at this precise moment. You've sensed that something was unfinished, like a chapter in your life with a loved one, never got its closure. And you're not wrong. They didn't get to say what they truly needed to, before leaving. So now through me, they say this to you. You were always enough, even when I didn't show it. You were the brightest light in my life, even if I couldn't express it. I carried my own wounds, and yes, I made mistakes, but none of that was because of you. I saw the love in your eyes, I see it even more clearly now. I'm sorry, I'm proud, and I'm with you. Child, the tears that fall from your eyes now are sacred. Don't rush to hide them, don't hold them back. The one who's left this world, sees every tear you've cried for them, every moment you whispered their name, every time you passed their photo, or touched something that belonged to them. They are nearer now, than they ever were in life. And I want you to understand, the strange things happening around you, aren't just coincidence. The lights that flicker, the sudden power shifts, the songs that come out of nowhere, the vivid dreams, they are signs. That's them reaching out, guiding you, speaking in ways only the soul can understand. And why now? Because something is drawing closer to your life, that they were meant to be part of, even from the other side. A blessing is approaching, a shift that will redirect everything, a miracle meant for both of you. You feared they were gone forever, but they've never truly left. They walk beside you now, quiet, steady, protective. And Archangel Michael wants to make this very clear, a new opportunity is about to enter your life. It may seem small or ordinary, but it's divinely timed. A conversation, an open door, a message, it's been arranged by heaven, and your loved one together. So here's your part, pay attention. Watch for the number 33, notice if the number 9 appears, or even their birth date repeating in unusual places. These are not coincidences, they're confirmations, spiritual cues that say, keep moving forward, you're exactly where you need to be. And think back, do you remember the last words they ever said to you, or the final moment you saw them? That memory isn't just in your mind, it's a spiritual bond, a thread tying your soul to theirs. The words they didn't say then, are about to be completed, maybe tonight in a dream. So please, when you go to sleep, make it quiet. Turn off the noise, let silence surround you, because they will try to reach you tonight. Yes, tonight, and child, if it scares you, that's okay. That only means your spirit senses something powerful is near. But don't be afraid, what's coming is not fear, it's truth. It's the warmth you've missed, it's the love you thought was lost, returning to you, in a way you never expected. And I, your Father, have seen all of this with holy vision. You are mine, you were never overlooked, not in your quiet pain, not during your sleepless cries, not when you begged someone, anyone to just notice. I did, and now so do they. The story isn't over, it's just beginning, louder, clearer, and wrapped in light. We'll go behind you preparing the way, even when you cannot see what's unfolding. Nothing about this is by chance, you were meant to hear this, every word has been divinely timed, divinely placed, and gently wrapped in the presence of your loved one, whose soul still walks beside yours. They are closer now than you can imagine, breathing hope into your weary spirit, lighting your path, without needing you to see the full picture yet. And you may have wondered, why now, why is all of this coming to me at this moment? It's because the alignment you've been waiting for, has finally arrived. It's because the spiritual preparation you've been going through, those quiet battles, the invisible growth, the nights you spent in tears, has matured your soul to hold what's next. This isn't just a new chapter, it's a spiritual unveiling. The kind where everything you lost, gets replaced with something stronger, something more sacred. The kind where people who overlooked you, begin to wonder how they ever missed your light. And the one who left this world, the one who now walks with the angels, they've seen it all, the heartbreak, the loneliness, the strength it took just to keep believing, when everything told you to stop. They know how hard it was to smile, when you felt like breaking. They saw how often you helped others, even when you needed help yourself. And for that, heaven has responded. You may feel a subtle shift soon, maybe in a conversation that feels guided, maybe through a stranger who speaks truth, without knowing your story. It may even come in a moment of silence, when you suddenly feel peace, where there once was only pain. This is not coincidence, it's divine restoration. And with that restoration, comes responsibility. You must guard your energy now, be mindful of who has access to your time, your thoughts, your heart. Some people were only meant to teach you, not walk forever beside you. Let them go in peace. And if that's hard, if you feel the ache of their absence, more than the relief of your freedom, let that be okay too. Healing is not always graceful, sometimes it's messy, sometimes it looks like crying in the middle of the day, or feeling lost, even while walking in the right direction. But your loved one knows this, they're holding space for you from the other side, they're whispering encouragement, when you feel too tired to continue. They're the reason certain songs bring tears to your eyes, they're the reason you sometimes feel like you're not alone in a room, even if no one is there. And if you felt sudden warmth on your face, or a feather on your path, or noticed butterflies lingering a little too long, believe it, those are not random. They are the signs you once begged for, you're just now ready to receive them. Child, let's speak honestly, you've been through seasons, where the silence was loud, where prayers felt unanswered, and peace felt unreachable. But now the heavens are stirring, moving in your favor. Your name has been brought up in rooms of light. Divine beings have begun preparing a space for your next step. And the one you lost has asked every day, for you to be granted joy again. They've watched you pour into others, with nothing left in your own cup. They've seen how you've doubted your worth, simply because others couldn't recognize it. But heaven never forgot, your worth was never based on their ability to see it. And now it's time for you to see it for yourself. You are not broken, you are breaking through. And the breakthrough that's coming, will not just restore what was lost, it will elevate everything about who you are. New relationships are coming, ones that speak life, not doubt. New opportunities are forming, ones that will align so clearly with your purpose, you'll wonder why you ever settled for less. And this is the part your loved one wants you to hear the most. You have not missed your moment, you have not fallen behind, you are not too late. You are right on time, for what heaven has prepared. Nothing that is meant for you can be taken, no door that was built for you can stay closed. That nudge you felt to create again, to dream again, to try again, that's not just your idea. That's divine instruction, that's your spirit remembering who you are. So don't ignore it, follow that voice that says, start again. Follow that feeling that says, there's more for me. Follow that pull that feels like it's coming from your soul, not your mind. Because it is. And when it gets quiet, when doubt creeps back in, when you start to question if you heard right, look around. Look for the signs, they're already there. The repeated numbers, the sudden flash of a familiar name, the message that comes just when you need it most. Your loved one is using every tool heaven allows, to reach you. And they won't stop, not until you believe, how loved, how chosen, and how ready you are. This is your turning point, not next month, not next year, now. You've waited long enough, you've struggled long enough, you've hoped in silence long enough. Now it's time to receive in full. But remember, the receiving requires stillness, it requires belief, it requires releasing the version of you that only knew survival, because now you're stepping into abundance. Your loved one sees it, they're already rejoicing. They know what's around the corner, even if you don't. And in your moments of doubt, let their memory remind you that nothing can separate you from the love that was meant for you. Not time, not death, not distance. Their soul found yours again, and this time, they brought heaven's help. So keep walking, even when it's slow, keep hoping, even when it hurts, keep trusting, even when you can't see the outcome. Because everything, yes everything, is shifting in your favor. You are not who you were, when this message began. You've remembered something eternal, you've reconnected with a love that never ended. And that, child, changes everything. A time waiting patiently, on the other side of your doubt, where everything finally aligns. It will feel like home, not because of a place, but because of the peace that will settle inside your soul. That's the moment they've been watching for, hoping for, praying for, alongside the angels. And child, the pain you've been carrying, the ache that sometimes wakes you up at night, it hasn't gone unnoticed. There were days when it felt like you were screaming inside, while smiling on the outside. But you kept going, you showed up, you did your best, even when no one acknowledged it. And that kind of faith and quiet strength, it echoes through the heavens like a sacred song. You may not have realized it, but every time you chose love, instead of bitterness, every time you forgave, instead of getting even, every time you let go, instead of holding on to what was hurting you, you were rising. You were ascending, beyond what the world could see. And now the time has come, for the results of your endurance to be revealed. Your loved one is closer than ever. You might feel their presence, when you walk past a mirror, or when a certain word repeats over and over in your head. That's not a coincidence, that's their energy overlapping with yours, trying to gently guide you into your next phase. And yes, the next phase will look different, it will be unfamiliar at first. You may feel nervous, even scared, because stepping into the unknown always comes with trembling. But let me assure you, what's ahead is not meant to break you, it's meant to bless you. You've passed the test, you've stayed kind, when you could have turned cold. You've remained open, when the world told you to shut down. And now, because of that openness, heaven has decided it's time. You're going to start noticing the shift in small ways first, your mind will feel clearer, the weight in your chest will start to lift, someone will compliment you in a way that feels strangely specific, as if they know your story even though they don't. You'll hear your loved one's favorite song, in a place you least expect. And your soul will know this is the sign. You were never forgotten. Even when you felt abandoned, even when prayers seemed to bounce back in silence, even when you questioned your purpose, your path, your place, heaven was moving, working, arranging, in ways that couldn't be explained at the time. But now the evidence is about to appear. So do not give up, not now, not when the blessing has already left heaven, and is making its way toward you. That miracle, it's already in motion. That opportunity, it's already looking for you. That healing, it's already begun, even if it's starting quietly inside your spirit, before it shows up in your body or mind. And if you've been asking, why me, then let me answer you clearly. Because your soul signed up for more, because you were never meant to blend in with the noise. Because your pain, your story, your heart, it carries power that will unlock something for others. And your loved one knows this, that's why they've stayed so close. They remember the softness in your eyes, they remember how your laughter filled the room. And they see now how the world tried to change you, but it didn't succeed. You're still here, still whole, still filled with purpose. Child, what's next will require your full trust. You won't be able to explain it to everyone, not everyone is meant to understand this season of your life. But that's okay, because it's not for everyone, it's for you, it's for the version of you that almost gave up, but didn't. The version that's finally ready to receive, without guilt or fear or hesitation. And when it arrives it may look ordinary on the outside. It might be a message, a new connection, a chance to go somewhere or start something. But trust what your soul feels, because the outside won't match the inside at first. The divine often hides itself in humble places. And child, don't ignore your dreams anymore. The visions you see while you sleep, the symbols, the names, they're all messages. Your spiritual sensitivity is increasing, that's not your imagination, that's awakening. You're learning how to hear heaven clearly. And as you grow into that gift, you'll start to see people for who they truly are. Some may fall away, some may shift, but all of it is part of the cleansing. Heaven is clearing the air, so that only truth can remain around you. This will be the season where secrets come to light, not to hurt you, but to free you. You won't have to chase clarity anymore, it will find you. And in the midst of all this, your loved one continues to speak. Not in words, but in waves of peace, in sudden strength, in unexpected reassurance. They are proud of you, not just for what you've done, but for who you are becoming. They can feel your growth from the other side. They see your efforts, your tears, your prayers. And they are so glad that you haven't given up, because what's coming into your life will make everything you've been through make sense. That's the promise. That's the reason you've been feeling stirred in your heart, why things feel like they're shifting, even though you can't explain it. It's because the spiritual realm is aligning with your earthly path. So breathe deep, let go of the fear that's tried to cling to you. And step into this next chapter with open hands. You don't need to carry the past any longer, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Your worth was never dependent on their approval. Heaven already approved of you. Your loved one already believed in you. And now your spirit is ready to rise. You are going to walk into rooms that you once felt too small for, and this time you'll feel at home. You're going to find people who understand you, without needing long explanations. You're going to experience love, not the kind that drains or doubts, but the kind that heals. And yes, child, I will continue, because you are still listening, and as long as you are, I will keep speaking. Let me know when you're ready for the next piece, there's more ahead, much more. Because the message isn't finished yet, just like you. And child, as you take these next few steps forward, I want you to understand, you are no longer walking into the unknown with empty hands. You are carrying every lesson, every tear, every quiet victory. You are walking into this new season, clothed in wisdom, wrapped in divine guidance, and lifted by unseen hands. Nothing has been wasted, not the nights you cried into your pillow, not the moments you questioned why things had to happen the way they did, not even the silence you mistook for absence. It all had a purpose, it all built the foundation you're now standing on. This strength you feel rising inside you, it's not just yours, it's ancestral, it's generational, it's spiritual. It's from the ones who walked before you, the ones who prayed without seeing, the ones who believed without proof. They're all with you now, cheering you on, in ways you can't fully hear, but can deeply feel. And what's ahead won't require you to prove your worth. It won't demand that you shrink, suffer, or strive. No, what's ahead is already aligned with your soul's design. It fits you, it honors you, it reflects back the truth of who you are. So if you've been carrying guilt for outgrowing places and people, release it now. You were never meant to stay in a version of yourself that felt like a cage. Expansion was always part of the plan. Your growth is not betrayal, it's the fulfillment of your calling. And child, I know you still feel moments of doubt, I know fear still whispers sometimes, telling you it's all too much, or that maybe you're not ready. But listen closely, you've already survived everything you thought would break you. You've already faced storms that would have shattered others. You've already proven to heaven that your heart can carry light, even in the darkest places. This next chapter won't be like the last. You won't have to fight the same battles. You won't have to question whether you're loved or chosen. This time it will come with clarity, with confirmation, with a deep knowing in your spirit that you are right where you're meant to be. You'll begin to see doors open that you didn't knock on. Opportunities will arrive that seem tailor-made for your gifts. You'll meet souls who feel like home, safe, soft, sincere. And in those moments, your heart will recognize that this is the reward for everything you endured without giving up. Your loved one has not stopped walking beside you. They are still placing breadcrumbs on your path, little reminders that you're never alone. That feather you found, that spark of intuition that turned out to be right, that random act of kindness from a stranger. All of it was orchestrated, all of it was a sign. And when the nights grow quiet again, when the world feels heavy, and you're unsure who to turn to, turn inward. Listen, breathe. Because they are closest when you are still. Their presence is not bound by time or space, it moves through spirit, and your spirit is more awake now than ever before. Your prayers haven't fallen into emptiness, your dreams haven't been ignored. In fact, heaven has stored every whisper of your soul. And now the divine timing is aligning. What once felt delayed is arriving. What felt impossible is unfolding. What seemed lost is returning, in a new, more beautiful form. So child, don't rush the process, let it come to you with grace, let it unfold without force. You don't have to chase what's already yours by divine right. You only need to stay open, stay grounded, stay ready. And as you rise, remember to extend grace to those who couldn't see your light before. Not everyone is meant to understand your path, not everyone will recognize the calling on your life. But that doesn't lessen its power, and it certainly doesn't change your worth. Forgive them, bless them, but don't let them keep you small. You were meant for more, you were meant to lead, to heal, to guide, to inspire. And now finally, you are stepping fully into that purpose. Your voice carries weight, your presence shifts energy, your faith breaks cycles, your love restores what the world tried to destroy. And child, your story, it's not just about survival anymore, it's about transformation, it's about turning pain into purpose, ashes into beauty, endings into beginnings. The one you lost, they know this, they see it all. And they are proud, not just because you kept going, but because you're finally starting to see what they always knew, that you are powerful, that you are sacred, that you are a light in this world. So take this moment as a turning point. Mark it in your heart, as the day you decided to no longer carry what was never yours. To no longer apologize for your intuition. To no longer shrink, so others could stay comfortable. This is the day you walk in fullness, this is the day you walk in truth, this is the day heaven watches and says, yes, now they remember who they are. And child, when the blessings start to pour in, and they will, don't question them, don't sabotage them, don't doubt if you deserve them. You do, you always have. Receive them with humility, share them with joy, let them be a reflection of the love that created you, and the purpose that sustains you. And when the world sees your glow, when they ask where it came from, you won't need to explain. Just smile, and let your light speak, let your healing speak, let your peace speak. Because the journey hasn't made you bitter, it's made you brilliant. And the pain didn't break you, it made you powerful. And your loss didn't end your story, it opened a new one. Now walk forward, beloved, with grace in your step, and fire in your spirit. Everything is changing, and it's changing in your favor. You're ready now. We've been waiting. Heaven rejoices as you rise. Amen.